Hey there, this is Matt, and I'm here with my wife, Irene, and we're heading home from a graduation lunch, and I couldn't let this moment pass without bringing you this video. It's a video that I wanted to do for you for a long time, and this video is all about 3 things to help your man fall in love. Check it out. So my name is Matt Boggs. I'm the co-founder of the Love and Relationship Division of the Brave Thinking Institute. Our mission is empowering people to create and live lives they love living, and that includes your love life. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, get yourself subscribed, and every week we'll send you great videos to empower you in your love life. And this video I wanted to bring you because we're in the car. It's a special private moment where we don't have the kids, and I have her attention and she can't get away. So I wanted to bring you, there were 3 things that this amazing woman did on our first date that laid the path for me to falling in love with her. And I wanted her to share them with you, specifically what she did. So let me set the scene first, because you're driving, so I want you to stay focused.
All right.
But we're gonna need your thoughts on all 3 of these.
Okay.
You in? Okay.
I'm in.
So here's the first thing. We had scheduled a date, and we decided to meet up at a 7-Eleven before going to the restaurant, and then we'd go in the same car to the restaurant. It's just based on where our starting points were. So we get together at the 7-Eleven, and then what happened?
Well, I remember you came into my car and you asked me, so where are we going? Thinking, you know, that it was my hometown.
Oh yeah, to let you know, I lived out of state. I was in Oregon, she's in California, so I had flown down for business and said, let's go on a date.
Yeah.
So I get in the car and I'm like, where are we going?
Where are we going? And I thought, oh, for sure. I mean, you're the guy. You'd already looked up a few places. I mean, back then it was like very cool, you know, to know certain places around. And I thought, well, you're the guy. You make the plan, right? Like, that's kind of what I'm used to. And I was not expecting for you to ask me, where are we going? I'm like, I don't know where we're going. You tell me.
And here's the thing. I was so used to dating women who were in their masculine. See, I'm a masculine guy, but I had learned dating skills from my older sister. So when dating, I had kind of fallen into more of a feminine, receive, let the other person lead. I would attract these masculine women, beautiful women, but in their masculine, and we would end up butting heads or repelling one another, not building attraction. It just didn't work. So in that moment, when I'm like, hey, so where do you want to go? She was like, you're the guy. I thought you would have a plan, don't you? And you weren't mean about it. You were like,
I was just like, I don't know. I mean, you're the guy. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
And in that moment, heat went over my whole body, that kind of nervous energy, like, oh my gosh, I don't have a plan. I'm failing her in this moment. And so I whipped out my phone. I think you could see like beads of sweat forming on my forehead. And so you helped me in that moment. And you're like, I like Italian and I like sushi. So either of those places I'll be good with. So she threw me a little bit of help.
Yeah.
I quickly found a sushi place and we were off.
Yeah.
We went to sushi, had a great sushi. And this brings us to the second thing that she did, which was to share her standards and boundaries. So we went for a walk. What happened after sushi? Where'd we go?
We went on to the pier.
Yeah.
And walked. It was a fairly long pier, so we walked around the pier, like went all the way to the end, walked around. I remember you tried to kiss me, and that was something that, because I didn't quite feel comfortable with you yet. I was just discovering who you are. I mean, this is like literally our first.
I think I asked you. I was like, "Come here, can I, a little fun, playful way? Can I get a little kiss?"
And you came real close, and I put my finger up and I put it on your lips. Like, whoa, wait a second here. I'm like, whoop. I'm sorry, but I don't kiss on the first date. Like, I'm trying to get to know you. And I had my guard up, of course. I was trying to be protective of myself. willing to just freely give away. So
Can we get a mic drop? Boom.
boom.
That's something you have to earn, not something that you give away. I've been on many dates where the kiss was given away. You didn't have to earn the kiss. It was just like, let's kiss. It was no big deal. The woman didn't hold it as a special thing. And so that was unusual for me. I mean, not like lots of dates. Not lots. Several dates. Just several dates.
The truth comes out, folks.
But so that was really, really impactful for me, where you said, I don't kiss on the first date. And that's something you're gonna have to earn. And so instantly I'm thinking in my mind, okay, what is going to be required to earn that place in her life, to be the man who can give you a kiss? And even if it's in the back of my mind, I'm starting to think about that. This brings us to the third thing that she did that laid the groundwork, really paved the way for me falling in love with her, because it's already different than a lot of other dates that I've been in. One is she refused to take the lead. She refused to step into the masculine. She refused to take over control. She said, look, you're the guy, you plan the date, I'll sit here and wait. And she was happy to receive. Then when we went to sushi, the other thing that you did with that is you celebrated me. She was like,
yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this place. This is so cool.
So now, while the risk was high, because I didn't know what place was going to be good, if it was good, she celebrated me, which created this huge payoff for me. Like, yes, I accomplished what she wanted. I delivered happiness.
Yeah.
Which is what men want to do. We want to deliver you happiness. Then we go on a romantic walk.
Yeah.
I go for a kiss, and you say, no, I don't kiss on the first date. We come back to the car, and this is the third thing that you did. What was it?
I remember feeling very like vulnerable in that moment, and just I had this intuitive hit to say something that came from my heart, but also there was a fear that maybe it would push you away, and at the same time it also felt kind of like a strategy. I thought, well, if I say this, it might either push him away and that's it, and I don't have to worry about getting emotionally invested, because I could already feel myself experiencing something that I hadn't experienced before in other relationships or other first dates.
It was a good first date.
It was a good first date.
Yeah.
And I just put it out there. I was like, I'm ready to like have a committed relationship, whether that means 2 years or 5 years or whatever that looks like, but I'm ready to have a long-term committed relationship with somebody. And I didn't say anything about Matt. I just said, this is where I am and this is what I would like. And I think
you said it like this. I mean, think about this. She was dropping exactly what she wants. She goes, we're sitting in the car, and she's like, can I share something with you? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I think I'm done playing around.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I did say that.
I want something serious. I'm ready. And she wasn't looking at me. She was looking up at this moon, with this big, bright, beautiful moon that night. And I can remember sitting there and hearing her say, I'm not ready to play around. I don't want anything casual. I think I'm ready to start something really serious and something special with somebody. And in my mind, I was in a real interesting place in my love life, because I knew I wanted that, but I was in a place where I was just happy dating, being casual, dating multiple people, all open, but just like not being super serious. And so I knew in that moment, she placed herself in my mind in a special place, which is, I can't date this woman casually. I'm going to have to date, if we're going to date, it's got to be because I've got intentions of something more serious with her. And so she caused me to see her differently. Cause your man to see you differently. Cause your man to see you the way you want to be seen. The only way that can happen is if you see yourself the way you want to be seen, and by owning your standards and by claiming what you want. So the standards and boundaries is, I don't kiss on the first date. And then the third step is claim what you want. Share it with him. And to do this, you've got to be brave enough to scare him away.
That's exactly what I did.
I love that you said that, because it was like, if I didn't want that, I had to run.
I was being vulnerable, and I was a little bit nervous that it would scare you away.
To make the right man fall in love, you've got to be willing to make the wrong man run. To make the right man fall in love, you've got to be willing to make the wrong man run. In other words, if all I wanted was a hookup, she wants to scare me away because that's not what she wants. If all I wanted was to hook up, sleep together on the first date, she's got to be like, no, this is what I want. I'm not that woman, unless you are that woman, and then whatever it is, state what you want. But that was so powerful because that was the doorway. That was the opening that said, okay, I really like this. This is an amazing first date. I really like this woman. Maybe this could be it. Who knows? Maybe this is the one that I'm going to invest time and energy in exploring how I feel about her, exploring what this could become. And that was our very first date. We knew it was special, and that was the spark. That laid the groundwork. That paved the way to the greatest love story of my life. Me falling head over heels in love with you.
Ditto.
And so I hope this serves you as you're dating, as you're creating an amazing relationship with your man, to own your feminine energy, joyfully receive from him, know your standards and boundaries, share those, and then claim what you want in the relationship, and he will rise to the occasion. The right man is going to rise to the occasion and help co-create that vision with you. So now, we have a question for you. We would love to hear from you. On a first date, what are some things that you know to do or have seen or done yourself that help your man fall in love? Go ahead and put those comments in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.